welcome to my channel. This is an indication of some of the things that I cover on a regular basis in my videos. If you haven't already subscribed, please feel free to do so, and don't forget to click the little bell so that you'll get notified of future videos. Please feel free to share my videos on your social media, and I hope you enjoy the video which follows. Well, if you've been watching my channel for a while, this is sort of a repeat in a way. I have used this recipe before to make ice cream. The only other time that I used it was to make strawberry ice cream, so the basic difference this time is the wild blueberries are in season. So I'm going to be making wild blueberry ice cream. I'll put a link to the recipe below the video. What I like about it is there's no egg involved. You don't make a custard and have to wait for the custard to cool. It's all done with cold ingredients and goes into the freezer almost immediately. And I really like the flavor, at least I did, of the strawberry ice cream. It was delicious. This is 12 ounces of wild blueberries. I just bought a 5-pound box a few days ago, and these have been frozen and thawed up again. I didn't want them to spoil, so I freeze them quickly as soon as I get them home. And then you can just take them out and thaw them and use them in whatever recipes that you plan to use them in. And you get to see my ancient blender again. It works. 3/4 of a cup of just plain white sugar. Have a spatula, I guess, or something. Wooden spoon, maybe. This is going to be very blue, purple ice cream, I think, by the looks of it. Okay, now that gets set aside for a few minutes while it incorporates the sugar and the berries get steeped together. 10 minutes is suggested, so will give me a chance to get the rest of the ingredients assembled here. Well, it's had a 10-minute rest, and now you add a pint of heavy whipping cream, 2 cups, and a cup of milk. Which brings it dangerously close to the top here. I don't think I had any problems with it the last time that I did it, so hopefully I won't this time. A teaspoon of vanilla. And just a pinch of salt. That is all of the ingredients. It now gets combined thoroughly. Right to the brim. I was going to do some stirring around in there, but I think it's just that little bit of cream at the top. I think the rest of it is pretty well mixed anyway. Gotta try what's on the spoon now, though. Oh my, Well, I just took this part of the freezer out of my freezer. I don't know what's in it. When it's warm, you can shake it and there's like a liquid inside of it, and now it's completely frozen. Whatever it is, it does an excellent job. Now if I can get this in there without making more mess. I get to lick out the blender. It does taste very good. And this is the beater. Locked into place. I like things that are complicated like this. It has an on switch and an off switch. Sometimes it takes close to an hour, 45 minutes. When the ice cream is ready, it's a lot like soft serve. It's not terribly hard. You continue freezing it in your regular freezer. So I'll bring you back when it has finished freezing. We'll look down in there right now to see what's happening. Maybe I'll show you what it looks like when it starts to freeze. It's been going for about 15 minutes and it's starting to freeze, increasing in volume. It'll be a little while yet before it's solid enough to take out of there. Excuse the wobble wobble. I'm hand holding it again. It's been going about 45 minutes and that's about as frozen as I usually let it get. So I'll take it out now and put it in a container. Shut this off and call that done, I guess. As I said, it finishes freezing in the freezer, the fridge freezer. Try not to lose. I don't think you can't see what I'm doing. That might be a bit better. Taking the beater out here. It's more like what I would call soft serve. I guess you can buy soft serve around the world. I don't know. You can buy it anywhere in Canada and the United States at ice cream stands. They don't scoop it. They sort of pump it out of a machine. Trying not to waste any of this wonderful stuff. Get as much as I can off the beater. Of course, I can always lick the beater later on. Now, that is still plenty cold. Now, I just put it in a container with a tight lid and freeze it. The thing with homemade ice cream, if you haven't made your own homemade ice cream, is it'll go much more solid in the freezer than store-bought ice cream will, and there's a reason for that. Even with the most expensive gourmet type of bought ice creams, there's nothing in those that's been added. It's just cream and eggs and all that good stuff. But the process of putting it into the container pumps air into it. Air is quite cheap, and ice cream is sold by volume, not by weight. Usually it's sold by volume anyway. And then pumping the air in doesn't let it freeze as solid as it would if it didn't have the air pumped in, which is what we're doing here. Homemade ice cream. It really freezes quite solid around the sides of the freezer here. As it softens up, I'll eat the rest. I've got to taste this. I've been tasted licking my fingers already, but that is very good. As good as the strawberry one was. So, another little tip, homemade ice cream, as I said, freezes more solidly. Take it out of the freezer and put it in the refrigerator for about an hour before you are going to serve it. Don't forget it and leave it there. It will eventually melt in the refrigerator. But that makes it much easier to scoop if you take it out and leave it in the regular part of the refrigerator for an hour or so before you serve it. Well, thank you very much for watching, and this is a very simple and very easy and delicious method of making ice cream, so I hope you'll give it a try. So far I've tried it with two different fruit, strawberries and blueberries. I think it would be excellent with raspberries as well, blackberries maybe. Well, thank you for watching. I'll get this put together and up on YouTube.